Good afternoon, everybody. This is our mic check. If you can see us, if you can hear us, go ahead and give us a thumbs up so that we'll know that everything is working properly. Don't forget to fill out your census at www.2020census.gov.
Good afternoon. And we have another beautiful day out there today. Hope everyone's enjoying the weather and having a good Monday. Having our cleanup so far is going really smooth. Billy's got a crew that we're making our rounds. We just ask you that when you do get it to the edge of the road to give us a call here at the office, 657-4625, or call or to even text Carey, and Carey can pass that word along, or call my cell phone, 667-8999, and we'll try. We might not get it that day, but we're working as with the calls come in. As far as the state, people that live on the state highways, I'm not sure on that. I'm trying to get a number for you to call directly to them. But if you have to, call us and we'll relay it to our local barn. But just go ahead and get it out to the edge of the road, because I'm not sure on the scheduling that they're working by right now. On the actual testing, I mentioned yesterday and day before about the clinic over across the mountain at Lafayette, at the bottom of the mountain, or at the Walmart area over there. They have a clinic. I got word just a little bit ago that they actually have shut it down or stopped testing. They did run out of, from what I understand, the kits, and I'm not sure when that will start back up, but I will let you know on that. And also, leading into that, I'd mention also the testing facility here, trying to get a drive-through here in Dade County. We're still working on that. I did have a call back from Memorial just 15-20 minutes ago before we came on the air here, and they have a problem too. They're trying to find the kits and actually put some stuff together, but he said that there's evidently a shortage, and Alex and I have talked about it. We're going to try to get with GEMA. That's what he recommended, and see if we can get any kits through the government, and hopefully we can have one in the county. Now that was Memorial. I have 2 other outlets that I'm working with, so maybe between those 2 we can actually have, even if I could do it 2 days a week or whatever, or even 1 day a week, it would be good to have something in the county where we to keep us from driving all the way into Chattanooga or across the mountain. Also, now if you have the symptoms, that's another story. You know, you actually can get your doctor to write a referral and go into our health department, which actually over in Walker County, that's the closest one we have that will do it for free. They will do the swab for free for our Georgia citizens. So, you know, if you do have a fever or a cough and, you know, you just develop this, you know, go to your doctor, and he can actually, that's our closest one that will do it for free. Chattanooga, I'm not sure. I'm sure if you go there, you'll probably be charged, I guess. I'm not sure how the Tennessee people are working. So that may help you there. We have, I want to also mention too, this is something that's kind of 9 years ago. If you lived here, you know where I'm coming from here on tornadoes. It was 9 years ago today that we had the tornadoes come through. So, you know, try to remember that, and you know, we kind of had a scare the other week or so ago, and remember we lost 2 people that day, and we really, you know, need to keep that in mind because we are right in the middle of the season. So, you know, we just ask for your prayers. Alex, I think he's going to maybe touch on this. We've had several calls about our declaration of federal through FEMA, and he can touch on it. From what I understand, our governor is possibly what he signed it, and we're waiting on the president, but he can give you a little bit of update on that. But we're kind of, you know, we're at their mercy, so I don't know how much that he's found out about that. On the opening of the hair salons and barbershops, and some of our restaurants have opened. Of course, most of those are in the city. You know, just please work with these people. You know, patronize them if you feel comfortable. You know, going and giving them business. But we've stressed to these people, they have strict guidelines that they have to follow. You know, I mean, it's not something that they're asking them to do. They've got to follow these guidelines if they're going to stay open. We do have a number here. Carey's got it posted that, you know, if you see this not being followed by strict standards, call this number. It's 844-442-2681, and please, you know, don't feel bad about doing it because they need to. You know, if they're going to open up and they're going to do business, I don't care what type of business it is. They got to play by these rules if we're going to fight this thing and win. We just need to take it, you know, work with each other a day at a time. And it's still a kind of a scary time, you know, especially just now starting for everything to kind of crank back up. I think it's a little bit early, but, you know, it is what it is, and we're just going to have to make it work. And if we all work together, it will work, you know. But we got to have everybody, you know, following the rules. Alex, if you want to, well, I tell you what, let me go on. I need to get my update here. I'm sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. We do have one new case. We went from 16 to 17 for confirmed cases. Walker, they stayed the same. Catoosa, they stayed the same. Walker's at 59. Catoosa's at 46. Chattooga, they stayed the same at 13. So that's our close counties right here that are staying right in there. Whitfield, they went from 63 to 67. Floyd stayed the same. Bartow, 285 to 288. And we still have 633 unknown counties. And Tennessee, moving down to Hamilton County, they went from 140 to 141. They have 80 recoveries and 13 deceased. Marion County, they stayed the same at 28. They have 21 people that's recovered and 1 deceased. Grundy County, they stayed the same at 28. They had 20 recoveries. Sequatchie, they had 5. They were up from 3 yesterday, but they have 3 recovered. Midge County, they stayed the same, and they have 3 recovered. Bradley County, they went from 41 to 43. They have 36 recovered, 1 deceased. Total deaths in Tennessee is 181. That's up from 178 yesterday. In Alabama, our close counties of Jackson County, they stayed the same at 45. DeKalb County, they went from 63 to 71, so they're still going up. I'll say this real quick. The recovered cases in Tennessee. Tennessee right now is the only state that's reporting these recovery rate. Hopefully Georgia and Alabama will come online and start giving us those because, comparatively, that shows a lot of people have already recovered, went back into the workforce and back into everyday life. So, Alex, if you want to come up and touch base on a little bit on what's going on in the city. And then we also have our superintendent with us today, too.
Good afternoon. I'm Alex Case, Director of Dade County Emergency Services and the Mayor here for the City of Trenton. Our city brush pickup is every Thursday. We're going to try to go back to that every Thursday now. If you do have brush, well, you haven't noticed a lot out in the other city, please call our office, 706-657-4167. The two clerks will be able to take your address and produce a worksheet for the guys to pick up, and especially with our high storm damaged in Edgewood, Rosewood, Cedar Lane, it may take Thursdays and Fridays, but we've got other duties that's coming up for the public works that they need to continue to work on and stuff. So again, if it does get to a problem and it's not, please get those work orders in. The gentleman will take care of that. Also spoke with Commissioner Terry Powell. He's been getting a lot of questions about the city pool. Director Ronnie Page, we did have some conversation today, and we're also looking at the phases of what the White House is going to be given to the governors to push out. That's some questions also referred back up as a large group or venue, because our pool and our civic center that is rented is usually for larger events. And as of right now with phase one, there is a very strict guideline for groups. And then there's 20 steps of that. Phase two goes to moderate steps of of social distancing, and there's going to be steps of that when it comes out. We'll have to see what those measures are. And then phase three is limited. So again, steps. It's a big question. We're within so many weeks of, we usually try to do that around the Memorial weekend of opening the pool, and it's usually about 10 or 11 weeks open there. So that's been a thing that we are constantly looking at, the preparations to continue to get that prepared and or chemicals purchased for that. So we're really looking at that. Executive Rumley talked about a lot of our restaurants and stuff within the county, and especially here in the city, is open. I was speaking with Captain Bradford from the Sheriff's Office. He actually went to a restaurant today, and before a lot of this, Jefferson's and some of the other restaurants, they had locations cut off and done like every other table and every other booth, working with a social distance, following those 20 steps. We really commend the restaurants for following those policies and getting back open, and we can continue to help support those businesses. I'm switching to my EMA hat. Executive Rumley also talked about the IA, individual assistance, that we've applied for. When we were out doing our door-to-door, and we asked the hard question, are you insured or uninsured? And then we look at that's a question we ask from major damage to destroyed. And one of our numbers of 12 destroyed residents, either homes or modular homes, 11 of those 12 were uninsured. And then of the 7 major damages, only 7 of them were uninsured. 4 of the 7 was uninsured. Between Dade, Catoosa, Murray, and Union, the Governor Kemp did sign a request for individual assistance for folks that are in those dilemmas, can either have some more assistance. Now, the American Red Cross has assisted a lot of families. We've had private pledges from businesses, cards for meals from certain places, gift cards to give these folks for other things, and we have helped them with that, the ones that have come. But we've also I've taken a few calls today that people have so much damage to their home that folks like the volunteer group that we had temporarily repaired them, but we're, with the rain that moved in these last few weeks, are still continuing some leaks. So also want to commend a few faith-based groups that has contacted me and has taken on a couple more projects for people that cannot handle some of the vegetation to get out to the roads. If you are an organization that would like to do that, or some names to go out and talk with any faith-based, please contact our office at 706-657-4111. We do have a list of folks that do have some needs that can't met, that's uninsured. We're also a couple members that, or a couple folks that we're trying to work with to find some affordable rent. Now, some of these folks are on fixed income with either Social Security and or disability, and some of the rent that we have found is just too pricey. A lot of this is some single people, or a single person and a child, or a grandchild. So if you have anything affordable, we would appreciate some contacts so we can push these things down. Again, you know, we continue our social distance. The measures that the city will be taking and the county that we're looking at to help the protection when the offices do open back up. We're looking at those 20 steps just like these businesses are now, and it's very, there's going to be a lot of temporary measures. It may not be the cleanest or neatest thing. We're looking at other areas in the other businesses in the county, what they're doing with the what we call the splash shields, or the shields from anybody that coughs or sneezes. We have that in both places, and we're really trying to work some ideas and plans and get things different. Please be patient with both of us as we're city and county, as we're coming with these measures to protect the employees, because as you hear, as the numbers continue to decline down from the curve and we level out, and then some of the anticipation of the next second round they call, we want to be prepared for that and make sure that we can continue to keep our offices going in protection of these folks, because you know we're all worried about it a little bit. We know you know, a lot of our faith, we lean on our faith for that protection, but it's always a worry in our minds for this. I worry for my children and my wife and my mom and dad, as we all do in our families, but that people are taking the right caution when we're at these stores, that people's, you know, when somebody steps up behind me now, I'm going to say, back up a little bit, you know, just don't get, it happened the other day, and I ask it, you just have to be nice. So help police people. We're all still learning at these things, and you know, sometimes it's taking longer to check out, longer to get food, so we can all just be patient, and while we're sitting there waiting, we can continue to say our little prayers to help our families and our county and our community. Again, thank you for what you do. Again, this is an effort between all of us, and thank you for everything you do. And again, if you have all the information on the websites, please contact us. Dr. Harris.
Thank you, Mayor Case. Hello, everyone, and greetings from the Dade County Board of Education. To date, we have served 69,204 meals to our precious students, and that's something to celebrate. And today I have even bigger, better news regarding the school lunch program. We applied for and were approved to start delivering 7 meals a day. That means that starting to Wednesday of this week, we're going to be sending home 7 days of breakfast and lunch to our students. So that'll be 14 meals that we will be sending. So it'll be a little bit different starting Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be sending home 7 days worth of breakfast and lunch for students, and we'll be doing that 1 time a week from here on. So every Wednesday we'll be doing that. So that's something exciting. We're looking forward to that. And parents can still pick up that food at Davis or Dade Elementary from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. So we'll remind you as we get closer, but tomorrow, Wednesday of this week, we'll be getting a big delivery, 7 meals. So we look forward to that. Also, I hope you're checking out my little weekly message from the superintendent. You can find this on the website under Superintendent and Weekly Messages. And we have several announcements that are very exciting. In addition to the school lunches, we now have some plans solidified, as much as one can solidify plans during this time of change. We have a drive-in graduation celebration planned for Friday, May the 22nd at sunset. So that's going to be at 8:44 p.m. Mr. Farney checked it out. So our event is going to start at 9 p.m. So be watching for information from Mr. Farney about how you can get your ticket for this graduation celebration for our deserving seniors in the class of 2020. It's going to be a big night and a big memory. And I bet you from here on the seniors will want to do a graduation drive-in celebration. Also, we have a tentative plan for a traditional graduation commencement ceremony on Friday, June the 26th. We also have some makeup dates scheduled just in case. So we'll be letting you know about that. And lots of questions about this, Miss Carey. When is prom? Are we going to have prom? When is it? Well, we have a date, a tentative date for June the 19th. So just hold on and wait for more information about that. Okay? The last day for instruction will be May the 15th. We're going to have that last week of school so everybody can turn in work, pick up items from school. And listen, all of the events don't stop here. Be watching for information from each principal about special celebrations for end of the year. Miss Blevins has got an event planned in the parking lot over at Dade Elementary. It's going to be epic. And Miss Barton is planning an event, and so is Mrs. Beeler. So be watching for these announcements for our students. And our decision in Dade County Schools is we are not just surviving, we are thriving during this challenging time. And I want to encourage all of you students that are listening to do the same. Step up, look for ways to thrive, not just survive during this time, and make a memory or two. And we look forward to all of these fun events and sending home a big bag of delicious, wholesome food for you on Wednesday. Mwah! To all of our students, we love you. We cannot wait to see you. We miss you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Bradford. Captain. That's your mister.
Just one quick note is as far as a lot of people's asked about Cloudland Canyon over the past few weeks. I know this weekend everything went well. I think they had to close the park maybe one time. DNR has handled all of it. We haven't had to get involved, or we haven't been called out there. So other than that, if there's any questions, y'all feel free to call us at 657-3233, and we'll try to get anything answered that y'all may have.
Carey, you want to come up and give us a little update on the on what's going on with the census?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have a couple of things. First of all, before we do census moment, we had a question about the election and early voting. Early voting will begin May 18th here at the administrative building. You can vote in person on May the 18th, and that is only at this location here at the administrative building. So I do want to remind you to do the census. Somebody asked a great question in our feed earlier today and said, if I have already filled it out, what I received in the mail, do I need to go online and fill it out? The answer is no. But if you haven't received that in the mail, or if you haven't filled it out yet, make sure you go to www.2020census.gov we told you we would have a spotlight each day on a reason to do the census, a good reason. Yesterday we talked about apportionment, which is how the state population count determines how the 435 seats in the House of Representatives are split up. So we talked about that yesterday. Today we're going to talk about districts. So state and local officials use decennial census results to help redraw congressional, state, and local district boundaries to contain roughly equal numbers of people to ensure each person's voting power is closely equivalent, meeting the one person, one vote rule. The Census Bureau will publish the district or the new district data no later than March the 31st, 2021, within 1 year of Census Day.
Thank you, Carey. I just got a couple more things to remind people that our government building and the courthouse we're going to open back May the 4th. That's the Monday, first Monday in May. And I want to remind you that things will look different, and they will be different. We've got shields that we're plexiglass shields that we'll be having built, and actually will be in front of you, between you and whoever's waiting on you. Of course, you're used to that in the tag office because they've already set it. But we and also the judges, it'll be a lot different when you go in to see the probate judge and the magistrate judge. So we're going to try to get back to semi-normal on May the 4th here. From what I understand, I had several calls from different churches Saturday and Sunday, and the services that were held, they went really well. Some of the churches did not choose to do that, but as we get back into the weeks ahead of us, I think things are going to get back to semi-normal. You just have to abide by the rules, and we'll just like I said, take it a day at a time or a week at a time. I'm good to hear about graduation. I was going to ask her before she left. I'm glad she reported on that, because there's a lot of people, really a lot of people interested in that, and it's an important time of the year for our people, for our students, our seniors, and the prom. It's a big deal, But I do want to thank too the people. I don't know who actually paid for these, but Subway actually brought us some sandwiches here in the commission office today for our lunch, just unexpectedly, and they were paid for by a person that just said they appreciated us doing this daily report to the people. And I don't know who you are out there, but we really appreciate it. We appreciate a lot of the people. Some have contributed masks to us to use here and to hand out, and we appreciate those people too, But we'll be back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And Carey, we got any questions? Anyone got anything on their mind? Okay. Just feel free to, at the end, ask questions, or you can call my cell, 667-8999, or shoot them to Carey there, or call our office number here, 657-4625, and we'll be glad to help you any way we can, or to get your questions answered. And I will give you an update tomorrow, hopefully, because I've a lot of people that really want to have a testing facility here in the county, even if it's only 1 or 2 days a week. So we're doing our best to do that. So I'll keep you updated on it. But we'll talk to you tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and I appreciate everyone.